Hi everyone, let me begin by introducing myself. My name is Aisha. You can see me here in this picture on the right hand side. And this will be the first of 4 videos to introduce how to solve some problems in quantitative chemistry using Excel. In this first video, you'll learn how to calculate the mean and standard deviation using formulas, how to copy those formulas, how to make a scatter plot, add error bars, and edit those error bars. The objective is to chart the perchlorate mean on the y-axis versus the iodine mean on the x-axis. You'll then use the standard deviations to make error bars, and you'll need to change the color and width of those error bars. So this is all the information that you're given. Your iodine measurements that were taken are on the left-hand side, and the perchlorate measurements are on the right. We will begin by calculating the mean. To do this, you'll need to type in the equal sign, that is for any formula that you would like to enter into Excel, and you'll go ahead and type in average. Excel will predict what you're trying to type, so you can just double click. Then you'll need to select the cells that you want to calculate the average for. And this one only has 3 measurements. We will go ahead and select 5 because the formula is going to be copied down, and as previously stated, some of these do have more measurements than others. So you'll just go ahead and press enter and you'll get the mean. To copy the formula, you'll need to click the cell, move the cursor to the bottom right hand corner. You'll get what looks like a plus sign, and you'll just double click, and there you have the mean. So we'll go ahead and do this for the perchlorate. Again, it's equals average, double click, select the cells, enter, and then copy. And to do the standard deviation, type in equals, and they do have an abbreviation instead of the whole word. It is STDEV. Double click, select your cells, enter and copy. And we'll go ahead and do the same for perchlorate. Alright, and now we are ready to make the scatter plot. There is more than one way to do this. I find it easier to go ahead and go up to Insert at the top. It's next to the Home tab. Go over to Scatter on Charts. You'll need to select the first one with only the markers. It'll bring up a blank chart area. Go ahead and move that to the side. And if you right click, it'll bring up a menu. Scroll down to select Data. Under Legend Entries, select Add, and this will let you pick your X values and your Y values. So on our X values, we do want the iodine. So we'll go ahead and select the mean. To do this, you just left click, hold and drag, and it'll enter in for you. For our Y values, we want the perchlorate. Again, left click, hold and drag down, then click enter, click OK, and we now have our scatter plot. And it is, I find, easier to use this if you move it to a different sheet. So go ahead and delete this, just left click and press the delete button. And if you right click in this blank space, you'll get another menu. Go up to Move Chart, put it in a new sheet, click OK, and you can now see on the bottom it's labeled Chart 1, and we have our scatter plot. The next step is to add error bars. To do this, you'll go up to Chart Tools, select Layout, scroll over to Error Bars, scroll down to More Error Bars Options, and then if you look in the upper left hand corner, you'll see Series 1Y error bars. This tells you that you're working with the information on your y-axis, which in this case is our perchlorate, and we do want to specify our values. You will want to move this box to where it's not covering your values that you want to select, and you'll see what I mean in just one moment. So after you've clicked Custom, select Specify Value. It'll bring up a little box. You want to go down to the bottom, select Sheet 1 with your values on it. And we do want to use our standard deviation. You'll use that for both the positive and negative values. So you'll left click, hold and drag. Do the same for the negative error value. It may take you back to the chart, that's okay. Just click sheet 1, go back to the standard deviation, hold and drag, select OK, close, and we now have our y-axis error bars. So to do the x-axis, you'll come up to the upper left-hand corner, click on this arrow, and scroll down to Series 1X error bars. This will allow us to work with the error bars on the x-axis, which is for the iodine in this case. So go back up to error bars. Again, back down to more error bars options. You're going to do the same thing. Click on Custom, specify value, sheet 1, and then for both the positive and error value, we're going to use the standard deviation for our iodine. Go ahead and go back. Same values, okay. Click close, and there are all of your error bars. So the next step is to change the color and width. You'll need to left click on either the vertical or horizontal, doesn't matter which you begin with, and then right click, go to Format Error Bars, and it'll bring up this menu. To change the line color, select line color on the left hand side of the box, go to solid line, and then select whichever color you would like. I'm going to go ahead and pick orange. And then to change the width, you'll need to go to line style, and on width you can either click on these arrows or type in a value, both work. You can actually see it changing on the chart. Select close once you've found a value that you like. And then we'll go ahead and do our X error bars. Again, right click, Format Error Bars, go to Line Color, Solid Line, go to Little Paint, and we'll go ahead and select Purple, go to Line Style. This time I'll go ahead and type in a value, close, and there you have it. The last thing that we're going to do is add axis titles. To do this, you'll go up to Labels, select Axis Titles, do the horizontal axis, and you want it below the axis. The same thing, except for select the vertical axis, and we'll go ahead and take the rotated title. And if you left click once and backspace, in this case we have our perchlorate mean on our y-axis, and then on the x-axis we have our iodine mean. And that is all she wrote.